Hello, and welcome back today to some more Autopsy Simulator. You missed the first one. It is over on the ZerkaaPlays channel. I'm basically a coroner or a guy who works in a autopsy place.
Did this? I don't have anything valuable.
In the last episode on the ZerkaaPlays channel,
must have stolen the money.
I got robbed, as you can see. Someone broke into my house.
Oh god. Oh god.
I don't think I'm mentally well.
What am I supposed to do now?
I talk to myself all the time. I look at photos of my old wife who's now dead. And I've got a feeling that I may have cut my own wife. Part of my job. Check the trinket box. That was in this room. I can get to it.
Fuck!
Fuck! What happened? Why are we fucking? I haven't stolen her stuff, have they?
That's all I need. What if it was Red Pete?
Oh, buddy. I ruined his voiceover. What's happened here, though? What happened? I don't know what happened, mate. Was
I need my pills.
Oh, bloody pills again.
I can't get my thoughts together.
I need to sort myself out, honestly. I've gone through some hard times, but I'm definitely like in a bad way, a really bad way.
Okay. I'm gonna have to report this to the police.
But first, I'll call Steven.
Why did the neighbors not report anything? I'm calling
Steven.
Steven.
Why are we calling Steven? What's he gonna do?
Steven?
Now, Jack, I told you I'm going for a drink with you for another night in a row.
That's not why I'm ringing. Although I could do with one. Someone broke into my apartment.
What? Did anyone see anything? Have you called the police yet?
No.
No, I called you first, mate, because
anyway,
I don't know why.
No one contacted me. As for the police, I'm calling right now, officer.
All right. Do you want me to head around? Look for any trace evidence?
Oh, is he an officer, maybe? Evidently.
No, I guess not. Honestly, I don't have the strength to deal with it right now. I just want to lie down.
Are you sure? Because it's no trouble at all.
I think so. I'm sorry. I just wanted to calm down a bit. I don't know. That's probably some stupid joke. Only money was stolen.
Then he stole money from the...
From Alice's box?
He stole money.
Oh, fuck. Listen, I can come over. I have the key. I'll drop by, do what I need to do, and you go get some sleep.
No, don't trouble yourself. Lately, I've been just so tired and distracted. I don't know. Maybe I forgot to close the apartment door on my way to work. If anything else is missing, I'll let you know and call the police.
All right. Just make sure you close it tonight. If you see anything weird tomorrow, let me know. Whoever did this may be watching you.
I don't think anyone is dumb enough to come back.
Nothing in here.
You're probably right. Take care, Jack. If you need anything, call me.
I promise I will. Thanks, Steven. Sorry to bother you again.
So we're not going to call the police at all, though. We're not going to say, like, yeah, my house got broken into. At all.
It's not a problem. Good night, Jack.
Good night.
Oh. TV's on. Where's the remote?
What?
Oh. I didn't turn it off. Someone else turned it off.
I guess I should clean this shit up. Where to start? Maybe I could barricade the door with this. I should pack this thing away. I have no interest in DIY at the moment. Now I'm sure I won't get caught up in these papers. Alice's family should really have some of these.
Why does he do that all the time?
Now if only I could blame this on the burglars. It seems like the burglar wasn't looking for anything here. Actually, I'm not surprised. There you go. I still don't understand why Alice liked this painting so much. To be honest.
Jack, why?
That's enough for now. I think I'm just tired.
Oh no. Your wife just talked to me. She's dead. I think so.
Oh yeah, I should take my pills.
Bloody hell.
I feel like it takes me forever to finish these things. That's enough.
Oh, didn't want to yawn this time.
Never look clean. I need to quickly change and finish getting ready. I'm gonna be late for work again.
Nah. It's gonna be a joke at this
Got
point.
my keys, got my files. Check. Time to go. Remember to close the door properly.
Yep, there we go. Look, closed it.
I'll ask the neighbors tomorrow if they saw anything suspicious.
Fuck was that, Jack?
I wonder if Ridley fixed the coffee machine.
I walk down the stairs, get out of the lift. I don't trust it. Bloody red light. Out of service. Oh, it's cold out here in the morning. Where's my car? See, I'm confused. His sleep schedule is all over the place because he seems to leave for work daytime, and we should arrive at work nighttime now. This game also got a lot of mixed reviews on Steam, and still has them, because I think people want it to be like an actual, just purely an autopsy simulator. They wanted it just to be a game where you just go through and do autopsies, and you have to try and like kind of work out what the actual death reason was. So I think in this is like the story mode part of the game, where it just tells you, yeah, this happened to them.
I'm exhausted.
The actual game build
What
was really good.
Stephen brought in today?
His voiceover is a bit, a little bit too much, but you know. But yeah, how's it nighttime? Like it's pitch black, like middle of the night now. Like, so I'm guessing he obviously works. Okay, the door closed on its own.
Good morning, Mr. Ridley. No, he's not here yet.
It's not even here.
Well, I'll do without him.
Take a deceased to the autopsy room. Push a trolley. That was in my ear hole. Can you not? That was horrible. That was so much louder than it needed to be. Give it a little roll.
All right.
See? Easy.
I just need some gloves and my apron.
Apron.
Then I can get to work.
And then your gloves are right here.
I'm going to need my tape recorder for this.
Bloody hell. Oh, voice recorder this time. Not even the camera.
Autopsy dated November 22nd, 1991. 7:32 p.m. Led by Dr. Jack Hanman. I begin by verifying the identity of the Jane Doe.
Okay, so we have Harper Lloyd, question mark.
It's most likely Harper Lloyd, age 35.
Found in a under a manhole?
House by her neighbors,
Well?
Leonard and
Under a
Martha
well.
Chelsea. Reported missing for a week.
Ooh. Okay. And then
Firefighters found the body after the Chelsea family began complaining that their tap water tasted
Oh.
strange, and at one point had begun to smell and turn a dark
imagine you
color.
found that out, by the way. Imagine you had a well near your house and you was like, oh, the water's been going a bit like funny recently. Turns out you've been drinking dead lady.
It is also known that the deceased was diagnosed with affective
Bipolar
bipolar
disorder.
disorder. Harper was placed on drug therapy, which she dropped out of fairly regularly. During her treatment, she was the last person who had contact with the deceased was her partner. Harper's last message read as follows. I'm gonna take a shit in their stupid well. Then we'll see who has the last laugh. Nice one.
So the partner said they were going to take a shit in the well, and then, you know, just dying in there instead.
Police records also show that Mrs. Lloyd was in constant conflict with her neighbors. The constant parties
Neighbors
and
finally
subsequent
murder her or
brawls
something.
made living in the area nearly impossible, especially when Lloyd's partner wasn't around. I proceed to open the bag and check the state of decomposition of the corpse.
Okay.
The most important task in forensic identification of a drowned person is to distinguish whether the death occurred before or after entering the water.
Oh.
Okay, that could have been worse. I carefully removed the victim's clothes.
Got one trainer.
Not to damage the skin. One shoe was. The deceased was found fully clothed. I'm going to need the.
No, there was one shoe missing.
Possible suspicious marks.
There you go. Me even taking photos and bloody filming it all and tape recording it all.
The first thing that stands out is the very advanced post-mortem gigantism. The skin of the deceased appears very delicate, smooth, and relaxed from being in the water for a long time. The whole body is extremely pale.
Right, so I need to find things to take photos of.
It's likely that the deceased was lying on her back when she was fished out.
Why? Marks.
There are some obvious scratches on the skin.
That from getting thrown down there, maybe? I can't annoy this.
The skin
There you
on
go.
the hands can be easily separated from the body. The separation takes the form of a glove.
Rusty toes as always.
The so-called washerwoman's skin on the feet. The deceased had indeed been in the water for a long time.
We know that for a whole week, basically. What else am I missing?
There are bruises and hemorrhages on the neck. These usually occur due to increased inhalation when fighting to breathe underwater.
Oh, that's sad.
Post-mortem markings are seen on the underside of the body. That is, on the back, thighs, and calves of the deceased.
Put it all up on here.
So,
There's no sign of.
exam. It's time to take a closer look at
Some of the
this.
scratching here, maybe. No foul play. I thought neighbours might have murdered her.
Today's date. The deceased was clothed. Rigor mortis does not need to be checked. Based on the state of decay, you can be sure it has subsided.
Areas of concern with a magnifying glass. Alright, magnifying glass.
Where to start? There are obvious scratches on the skin, especially on the back and hands. These could be defensive wounds, evidence of some sort of altercation prior to death. We see thick white foam in the mouth of the deceased, resulting from pulmonary edema. Foam is a characteristic in deaths
Missing
due
an
to
eyeball.
drowning. The spots have a purplish blue-red hue, which is a typical sign of the death of the organism. Yep, pretty typical. Liver mortis are formed as a result of putrefaction of blood in the veins.
What is that accurate to like what someone would
No
look like if they had
obvious signs of
drowned and
struggle.
died?
The skin on the hands would have easily peeled away from the flesh. Some of the fingers have already lost their nails.
Oh my god. I've been in the pool too long, like on overdose, on steroids.
Due to the fact that the deceased was wearing shoes all the time, her feet are in better condition than her hands.
But the left foot
Nevertheless,
didn't have a shoe
you can
on.
still notice a clear, wavy skin and the so-called washerwoman's skin texture. Okay, that's probably enough to indicate a direction for further examination.
Oh, highlight the. Oh god. Clipboard. Where were they?
Down in the marks found, those abrasions appear. There doesn't seem to be any diffuse spots or considering hands heavily wrinkled from submersion in water. Typical washerwoman's skin.
I'm a bit too quick for this game sometimes. Also, death causes.
In this case,
drowning.
the question is, was drowning? Maybe it's
Foul
just
play.
abrasion. Or maybe
That's
their
just drowning.
distribution suggests that the victim was probably liver
That's
mortis
just
of a
drowning.
different color could indicate
Also
a
drowning.
trip, loss
Ah,
of
fall.
balance, and as a result, you end up in a deep hole with no way out. Fortunately, the skin on the hands didn't fall off. Otherwise, I'd have trouble identifying the deceased. That's
yeah,
all
of
for
course.
now. Before I begin the dissection, I'll make sure the suggested identity is correct.
Well, how do I do that? How do I do that? UV lamp? How am I going to make sure identity is correct?
The suitcase with the fingerprint equipment should be around here somewhere.
Thank you.
Oh, here it is. With decomposing bodies,
Yes, they're
the
in.
tissue of the pads and the fingers tends to shrink. If the body of the deceased is well preserved, fingerprinting is similar to that of a living person. The fingerprint sheet should always be checked. Slipping fingers, too much or too little ink, or inaccurate hand position can make fingerprints illegible.
Okay. Return to autopsy.
I'm going to conduct a dactyloscopic examination. If in fact the deceased is in
Those-
the police database,
It's a bit murk, the
we'll
fingers,
find
mate.
glycerin is injected successively between the nail and the skin of each finger.
Oh.
The substance then enters the fingertip, removing shrinkage and wrinkles.
Ah, okay. Oh. Wonders of medicine. That's cool. I can see their DNA, fully. I see their fingerprint marks.
Now I take a brush. Only when the skin is taut and elastic can you use ink.
Brush entire palm of pigment. Ah,
I
okay.
think it's enough. I'm getting fingerprint samples. In the case of drowning victims, you have to be extremely careful. The skin may fall off the hand like a glove when you take the print. I'll use the fax machine to add the print into the system.
Okay, take fingerprint. In the fax machine. What year is it?
Green button, and... Once the data uploads, I'll run the prints against the police database on the computer.
They are uploaded yet?
Great.
Ooh.
The data is there. Click
Windows 98.
upload. Now, go through the database and find a matching print. Expect possible hours of fun. One more.
Look at me shine, mate.
And
Get me in
last
forensics.
one. And we have
We have a
result.
match.
Everyone has a story to tell, even if it's just a police record. So, as predicted, the deceased turned out to be Harper Lloyd. That went smoothly. I'll print this out. and
Oh,
attach it to
disorderly
the
contacts. Got
records.
lots of them on her. She's shoplifting. Petty theft. Influence of alcohol. Vandalism. Got warning tickets. Aggressive behaviour under the influence of alcohol. Oh, I'm reading too early. I'm supposed to print them and then read them.
Great. Now I can go back to my inspection.
Wonder. Was she being a nuisance?
I'm
Was she
adding the
being...
name of the deceased.
Was she vandalising someone's property?
I'll start the internal examination by taking fluid from the victim's brain. A needle inserted through the nose will do the trick. If the victim was alive when she fell into the
This
well,
job is
she must
brutal.
have swallowed water fighting for her life. And then diatoms, characteristics of pooled water,
She's
like a
so
well,
numb to seeing stuff.
got into the body.
Brain examination. Have I got a... Wait, no, I've
In
got
the
the...
meantime, I'll check the sample under the microscope. I'm sure that these algae traces
new
will
stuff.
be found in the samples taken from the well where police found the body. Now I need to adjust the knobs properly and place the diatom in. The aperture still needs adjustment. The image is too... It's not... And perfect. I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance. Oh, I'm finally starting to see... Nah, too much light. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. And perfect.
Really? Wait, where? Well, diatoms.
Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid. But rather a bad focus. No. I'm finally starting to see something here. And perfect. It's not a dirty and perfect.
What are diatoms? What do they look like? What is all this stuff? What's that?
As expected, we find the aforementioned algae in the solution. Their upper part, Epitheca, which overlaps the lower, Hypotheca, is clearly visible.
Oh,
The
he's
presence
sick,
of
mate.
diatoms in the brain samples taken.
He's a bit fucked up in the head, but his
deceased
brain
was
is great.
certainly alive when she fell into the water. And was possible. Since there were diatoms in the brain, it means that many more of them must have entered the body. Studies of the rest of the organs will most likely confirm this hypothesis.
Okay. So I gotta do.
I can finally get to the practical part.
He's excited about doing
I
this.
must be extra careful because the skin of the deceased is very stretched. I wouldn't want an explosion here.
Yeah, it'd be like a whale explosion.
You
Oh!
can immediately see a very large swelling of the organs. In addition, all internal organs are very congested. I proceed to remove the rib cage.
Oh, I need to get the loppers out. Loppers. Just crack
It's
these
easy to
ribs.
see that the ribs have been imprinted in the lungs. So, I'm going to start by drawing blood from the lungs. If diatoms were only present in the lungs, this would mean that the victim was placed in the well after death, and the perpetrator wanted to get rid of the corpse in this way. Now, I remove the lungs and proceed to their examination. Taking the lungs in my hand, I feel that the tissues have lost their elasticity, which is the result of water emphysema. In addition, there is significant swelling of the organs, and as a result, we have a nice imprint of the ribs. The emphysema itself, it's clear how far it's progressed, which is characteristic of drowning.
Okay. Lung tissue lacking electricity with advanced emphysema. I'm getting a whole education going on over here.
Corpses found in water are worth examining with a tomograph. However, I can't count on such luxuries, so I must reach for a more archaic technology. A bucket and water.
I think my receptionist is here, yeah. Oh. Who, what?
Has anyone been here?
What happened? Why? Why? What? Why?
I hope no one dipped a mop in it. It's best to go to the lab for this.
Who's been here? Why are you worried about someone being here? With the lamps on? What's got you in a pickle? Perform a drown test. Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
ah, fuck that off. Ah. Okay, she's good. Seeing it is fine. Yeah, let me
Scalpel, scissors, syringe, magnifying glass, knife. I guess I forgot to clean.
What am I doing in the bucket? You throw it over your head? I'll put it down somewhere?
My old but trusted centrifuge. Ideal for all the fluid tests I need to perform during an autopsy.
Hey, I've got a bucket stuck in my hand.
Historically, the lung float test is used to detect infanticide. The water should be at room temperature.
You didn't tell me that. I had to work that one out myself. You didn't tell me. I just was too busy focused on the fact that she just got up out of nowhere.
For this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water. This checks if there is air in the lungs. And speaking of lungs, everything is ready to bring them here.
This is like Brainiac. Will it float or sink?
Of course, such a study isn't without flaws. Air may have entered a newborn's airways during resuscitation attempts. Gases. In this case, however, it's about something else. Namely, the amount of fluid in the lungs. To test for this, I have to place the lungs in a container of water and wait to see if they fall or if they will float on the surface.
Okay. Slide them over. Oh, they float on the surface. Nope, they sink.
Just as I assumed, the lungs collapsed easily.
So you believe what? Ooh.
Fluid could have entered the lungs during panic attempts to catch breath underwater, but it could also be the result of bacterial infections or cancer. So further investigation is
Yeah, it's like
needed.
every single question he has, he answers himself again.
I move on to dissecting the lungs of the deceased.
He thinks he's got it, and then he just goes, nope, that could mean this as well, though. It could mean this also.
The tissues being cut through.
Nice cut through there. I manually do it myself with my mouse.
Remarkably pale, although small hemorrhagic foci and petechia are present on the surface.
It's quite in depth, this game, isn't it? It's like, it's weird.
All right. Now I will check the collected fluid under a microscope. If we find 20 diatoms on the slide, it can be considered drowning, and our result is not false positive due to possible contaminations. Let's see.
More
The
diatoms
aperture
again.
still needs adjustment. The image is too and perfect.
Yeah.
I won't even notice an army of diatoms from this distance.
There they are.
Great. This way I'll see if I'm dealing with a large concentration of these algae. Oh, I'm finally starting to see something here. It's not a dirty lens, I'm afraid. And perfect.
Why is it out? When it's out of focus, he says perfect. It's great. It's weird. Oh, there they are.
As expected. In solution, the diatoms are clearly visible. There are smaller and larger clusters of them. There will definitely be more than 20 of them.
Yeah.
I'll make a note of all this.
All right.
So far, this case looks pretty standard. It's clear from the beginning that it's drowning.
How did she drown is the key thing.
Requires me to check everything anyway. So, I move on to checking the other organs. I ligate the heart, and then remove it for inspection. Strongly developed putrefactic hemolysis, the organ can be seen at first glance. Apart from that, no signs of a heart attack or other heart disease.
Right, without signs of disease, strongly developed. That. From the drowning?
The next organ. This time, it's the liver. It's immediately apparent that the deceased didn't care for herself.
Alcohol.
Most organs, her liver is enlarged and severely congested.
Too much alcohol.
The beginnings of cirrhosis are visible in some areas.
Saw that in her report.
I transfer the organ to a board and proceed to dissect.
Bunch of alcohol just comes out.
The cross-section clearly shows dilated veins and many small hemorrhagic foci. I must admit that this is quite a feat, considering the rather young age of the deceased.
Do you like to drink or two, or three, or four?
So much that she might not have lasted a few more years. I move on to the stomach. I take a sample of the fluid for testing. It looks very turbid. I'll see what happens after spinning, but that's in a moment. Now, I carefully ligate the organ, then cut it off. It's enlarged, probably full of
the
putrid
jiggle
gases.
physics on the organs.
I transfer it to the board and carefully open it, checking the contents.
Oh. Oh my god, this is a dissection and a half. Bloody hell. What do you got us doing?
One thing you'd never get used to is how much this desk smells.
I've hit the side. Oh. Don't stop blinking now, mate. You got, like... The night's still young. We've got to work out this case. And not start seeing some weird stuff again.
Okay.
Oh.
The stomach is full of fluid and unidentified organic matter, which is so let's check the diatoms. Again, but in a centrifuge for a change. The problem with examining drowned people is being able to show whether the death was due to drowning or whether something else contributed to the death. Cramp, heart attack, drugs, homicide, or some accident. Such an analysis requires viewing from different angles and a careful interpretation of the collected data, including those from the field. That's why it's so important to collect as many samples as possible. Unfortunately.
Why the window open? Getting cold in there, let's close that.
Okay, this is one last little sample.
So 15 minutes, 70%.
Now set.
15 minutes and 70% speed. Minutes, 70%. That is the correct. No? Oh wait, no, of course not. I'm doing the wrong thing, mate. You gotta change page. Looking for diatoms. 35 minutes, 25%. Oh my god, that's a long one. 35 minutes. 25%. The presence of diatoms. Right. That'll take a while, isn't it? Oh, I guess not.
Done. I'll run it directly into the chromatograph and run it against the data from the police.
Alright,
I'm
3
certain the analysis will show
milliliters.
similarities between the fluid and water in Chelsea's well. Let me think. 3 milliliters should be fine.
And in you go.
Okay, now it's the chromatograph's turn.
What are you saying? What is it saying?
Yes. The water sample matches the one provided by the police. Well, the results...
So she drowned in that well,
quite
basically.
clear. I was hoping it would be a more interesting
Yeah, but it could be
case.
interesting. You're not really... How do you clarify it wasn't thrown in there and or just fell in there? How do you clarify that?
More diatoms. Analysis indicates the same origin. Blah, blah, blah.
Well, we haven't cleared them off yet.
I'm going to check the airway patents. Interesting. Looks like there's something stuck in the trachea. I'm moving to the board for further inspection.
Something stuck in the throat.
I dissect the trachea and open the organ. Inside, I find
ring?
a wedding. Based on the size, I can say that it's a woman's wedding ring. Quite standard from the outside. There's an engraving inside.
19th of, or 13th of September 1980.
What the
Oh.
fuck?
Is that my wedding date?
This is my ring.
Oh no!
Alice's ring. But how did it, but they should be at home. I have it.
Oh, maybe it's in my trinket box. It got stolen. I don't know.
At home. It's,
Let's go to the bathroom. Pills.
I have to check this out.
Oh.
Where are my meds?
Oh.
Where the fuck are my meds?
How many meds have I had a day? Oh,
Huh?
No, it's fine.
Jesus Christ.
Pills.
Hope these all make it go away.
You didn't even clean your out. You haven't taken your gloves off yet. What the fuck was that?
I have to check the apartment. It can't be. Jesus Christ.
Hello? No one's in there. Oh. I haven't finished my autopsy though. My gloves are still on.
Mr. Ridley. Mr. Ridley!
What's all the ruckus?
I need to go home. Immediately.
What? Now?
I have to. Have you seen anyone here this morning? Anybody suspicious?
Oh, there was no one.
'Cause he wasn't even
Thought
here.
there was, but only for a moment, then she left. What's wrong with you, Hammond?
Okay.
My wedding ring was found in...
What about the corpse?
I'll come back, I promise.
Oh, Mark.
Jesus Christ! I have to check this out.
He's not in a good way. It's not looking good for him.
It's not here. It's not.
It's not there because it's in someone's throat.
I need to go.
We'll call Stephen. Bloody Stephen. You want to drink with me?
This is sick. Fuck.
Where's my gloves gone? This ain't missing? Yeah, my gloves.
Come on, Stephen. Pick up the fucking phone.
He's not going now.
What's up, man?
They took the ring.
What? What ring? What are you talking about?
They took the wedding ring. Alice's wedding ring.
One sec. You mean burglary? You said nothing was missing.
Yes, I know.
He's got like
I know that.
some kind of guilty conscience thing going on.
I don't know. I was jittery. Maybe I didn't notice. I don't know, but that's not the worst of it.
Calm down, Jack.
No,
Breathe.
Steve, you understand? It was found in
Found it
a
in
throat.
the trachea of the deceased I was working on. Do you understand? I pulled it out of a dead woman's trachea.
What?
I don't know what's going on.
Where's the rest of my stuff? The
Thinking
trinket
that
box.
Pete wants revenge. He's playing with me. Huh? I knew it. I knew it from the beginning. This is going to happen.
Revenge. I done
I
saying
didn't make it
to
up.
this
Jack,
guy.
listen to me. Try to calm down. Don't leave the apartment.
Oh,
I'll be with you right away, okay? I'm on my way.
What sane person would do something like that? How? And when? When the fuck?
I think these
Ridley lets
meds
in whoever he
are
likes as
sent me
usual.
loopy. They got saying kill him.
What are you saying? Steve? Stephen? Don't leave me, man. Come on. Fuck. Oh, God. What now?
What now? I don't know.
Okay, just calm down. Jesus. What's going on?
Nothing coming out of it. Is the glass empty? You pretending to drink now?
Just one sip more. Yep. Jesus.
I'm not sure you should mix alcohol in those pills, to be honest.
Just one sip more.
He's pissed already. Oh.
Okay.
Chapter 2 complete, apparently. Shorter than chapter 1.
Alright. I can't do it anymore. These reports will kill me.
Wasn't Stephen coming over?
I'll have to finish it over the weekend. It's time to go to work.
Huh?
I should take out the trash first.
Did Stephen not come?
Jesus. Fuck.
Oh.
Maybe I'll just ignore it. Yes.
Hi, this is Charlotte. I guess I interrupted you again?
Oh, hi.
Who's Charlotte?
No, I just... I wrote reports in those last sections, and I was just about to leave for work.
Evidently.
I always know when to call.
Yeah. Definitely. What's up? How are you?
I'm good, thanks. What about you?
Okay. Nothing new. I had a few days off.
Oh, that's nice.
I haven't.
Did you have a moment to look for something for me?
Something for you?
Well, the photo with the photo I
Yeah, I sent it to you, actually.
It hasn't come yet? Oh, sorry, but I said it a week ago.
No, not yet. Maybe I'm too impatient. I'm sorry for rushing you. You have so much on your mind. I thought maybe you forgot.
No, I did it straight away and I sent it. I
No
actually
worries.
grafted half of that.
Pills, Pills. I almost forgot to take my pills. So you see...
Yeah.
I have to go now.
Yes, sure.
Let me know if you still haven't received the letter. Then I'll try... Well, maybe I'll find something else.
Oh, really? Could you? It would be great if you could. Really?
Honestly, Charlotte, you're the least off my mind right now.
Well,
I've been
I won't
robbed.
hold you any longer.
Had a ring in the throat.
Bye.
Bye. Take care.
My ring.
Bye.
Stolen from my house. I'm losing my mind.
Did I mess up the address?
Yeah.
How am I gonna get those pills? Maybe I should invite Charlotte to do something herself.
That'd be a better idea, honestly. Get a company too. Take the trash out. It's gotta be the trash, right? Where is the trash? How do I take it out? It's here.
Ugh. Why is it so wet?
Why is it? You look at it?
Oh shit. Almost left the door open.
Shit, I actually genuinely did. Come on. Thank you. Oh. Come on.
Fucking hell!
What the fuck? How did I know I was gonna go in the lift this time? That's not. Get in my car. Who?
I wonder if Alice's mother has a
disgusting.
film of this photo somewhere. I actually hadn't thought about it before.
Why is parking from me? Why is there a bottle smashed on the floor?
I should call her on Friday.
So many questions. Oh, I'm a bit earlier to work today. It's still a bit light outside.
Why do I like sleeping so much? Huh?
Ah,
It's just me, Jack.
what? My wife's talking to me.
Good
Ridley?
afternoon.
Isn't it a bit early for you?
Mr. Hurry. I think I'll get straight to work on this one. Focusing on something will do me some good.
The last one, Jack. Where's that one gone?
Christ. This one's heavy. Hey, Mr. Ridley, I need help. I can't lift this bag myself.
Ridley.
Ridley! Ugh,
I
wasn't
did it
easy.
myself.
At least I can start. A new package must have arrived. I guess Dorothy ordered it. I think I'll skip recording a video for the students today. They don't need to see me and the body. Ugh.
Where's
They'll still have the accompanying photos anyway. November 27th, 1991, 5:14 p.m. Conducted by
Hanman.
Dr. Jack Hanman. James Evans Jr., also known as Jack Evans, had previously been convicted of possession of stolen goods, robberies, and drug trafficking. There were also attempts to accuse him of leading a criminal group responsible for burglaries in the New Orleans area. What?
He dug on my place.
In the New Orleans area. This is... It's a rather strange coincidence. Police photos show that the body was not even particularly hidden, but only covered with a thin layer of soil, branches, and leaves.
Someone's dealt with him.
The body was found naked and mutilated.
Oh my God.
Clothes, probably belonging to the deceased, were found lying nearby.
Got a dog tag.
The body was found inadvertently in the woods near Peetsville. The dogs picked up the scent while searching for a missing boy. The deceased's father, James Evans Sr., is a local businessman. He was the one who reported the disappearance. At the time of the report, his son hadn't been home for 3 days. Sounds disturbing. I wonder what condition the body is in then. I'll start by opening the bag.
So it was naked and mutilated. Oh no.
Oh fuck.
Oh, my head.
I didn't expect this level of mutilation. This is going to be a dirty job. I'll check through the bag the police left.
A bag?
Maybe there will be something worth noting about the victim's clothes. Leather belt. You can plain cotton t-shirt. Classic jeans. The bloodstains don't appear to be related to any injuries on the body. The deceased must have been a lighter engraved with the police insignia. It looks somehow... it's probably a coincidence.
Well, they ripped his jeans in half on one leg.
Something's stuck here. It looks like some kind of ecdysis scale. This could point to an animal being responsible.
Oh. Was that in by an animal? Why would an animal take off his clothes and then mutilate him? Why was he naked with an animal?
Interesting. Most of the print here. Another animal souvenir. It looks different than the previous one. Mainly traces of soil. It's a bit like the perpetrator's pulled his shirt over his head.
Maybe you got naked to find an animal?
Certainly not my style. Traces of blood and plasma. It could have been used to stop or reduce bleeding.
Oh. What's this bag doing here?
The only thing I can tell from the clothes is that before his death, Evans had either put up quite a fight, or the attackers simply dragged him along the ground for a long distance. In turn, and this is certainly strange, the injuries themselves were inflicted only when he was naked.
You might have done naked fighting or something.
Okay, I'll take a look at the scales. They seem too different. Dorothy once brought an animal
What
encyclopedia
the
here.
fuck?
She performed an autopsy on an exotic animal smuggler.
It moved
He
itself.
suffered an accident
The
while
game's
transporting
haunted.
Illegal animals. Not only were the police needed on site, but it took nearly a day to round up his cargo. Dorothy had a hard time with that case. Did the impact kill him, or did one of the animals he was transporting do him in? They even talked about it on the news. People were terrified that some reptile would just come out of their can and grab him. Okay, the book.
This guy loves to waffle. He's like narrating the whole game. Right, where am I gonna be comparing like the lab? Not again. Oh. Yep. Headless Naked Don is on the window, mate.
Who is this?
Nah, it's your pills, mate. I think you just smirked.
All right. Which page was it? Local wildlife. Not this area. Nile crocodile. Formerly worshipped as a god in ancient Egypt. Nah.
Nope.
This one here looks more like, what kind is this? No, that's not
Nope.
it. Oh, yes. This turtle turned out to be a killer. I only need to concentrate on the crocodile chapter.
Ah.
Oh, that was quick. I wouldn't expect anything else. No way. I would expect something local. I certainly don't remember hearing of an animal escaping
got
from the zoo.
Eaten by a
So, either someone donned
crocodile or
crocodile
alligator.
products was around the deceased, or one of them attacked him.
We got naked to fight it though.
Take photos. If an animal attacked him, there'll be traces. Ugh, Christ. Why am I so tired? Some coffee would be nice.
Okay.
What was I supposed to... the pictures.
Got coffee anywhere?
I'll have to show them to Dorothy. Too bad that we no longer keep our ranking. With something like that, I would come out on top. There's been a case like
Where's
this
his head?
for a long, long time. Alright, the deceased skin is smooth and taut. This suggests an advanced stage of decomposition of the corpse. No head. That's not hard to miss.
9 photos I gotta take. Oh my god.
Nasty. Such a wound could not have occurred during the
He's
victim's
been
lifetime.
rinsed by a crocodile.
There are also clear traces of the deceased ankles being bound in some way.
Ah. He might have been killed and then fed to a crocodile. You look, he's got marks around his wrists and ankles.
Evans couldn't have tied himself up like that. It looks like some sort of attack or kidnapping.
There's a bite mark there though.
Oh, and as expected, there's a bite. This wound appears to have been made by a sharp instrument.
Could be a claw or something, no?
It's unlikely that a human would make such a wound. Interesting. This needs to be investigated further.
What is that? Don't know.
I need to
Photos
gather my
up there.
thoughts together. I have some suspicions about these marks. I should have the work of animals, like torn meat. But I can't tell from the
Bite
photo
mark.
what animal
Oh.
did this.
Tied hands, tied legs. Take a picture of the bite mark from the photo board.
This looks very promising. The bite is clearly visible, and it should be easy to compare with the encyclopedia and identify the culprit. I just need to make it I hope I put it in right. I can never remember whether it was image up or image down.
Oh, let's go down that way. Image up.
At university, I did. Just some tracing paper, a pencil, and I can check these in the encyclopedia. Now, did I leave them in a drawer? Or maybe a box somewhere? Ugh. I don't remember if I left them out somewhere.
You're done, Dave. Maybe they're in the drawer. Use tracing paper in your office for further examination. Yeah, sweet, mate. I don't know. Where it is. You don't know where it is. You said, I don't know, did I lose it? Or...
They definitely pay me too little for this. Oh, looks like I can tidy up after myself.
Let's go.
Sometimes. A very, nature-driven case so far. I'll have to consult the encyclopedia again. Good thing Dorothy left it here. Otherwise, I would have had to run back to my place to get some.
Alright, work. Right. Use the atlas to compare the bite marks. That's over here. So I've got to compare different... Can't really see it though. There we go. No. That one.
It makes sense. This would also explain the mold found in the clothes.
So the alligator Mississippi penis. Mississippiensis.
Blamed on local alligators. However, we cannot blame them for the decapitation. It's not these animals we should be afraid of here. I should make some notes and start the autopsy.
30 years old male, 132 kilograms. Area of concern, well, evidently it will be the fact he's got no head.
Look for other traces. It doesn't look good. Evans wasn't decapitated with one cut.
And you got a large bite mark.
Mississippi alligator. It's strange that an alligator would leave such a clear and smooth mark.
Are you implying it was like
several
lost the
stab
bite?
wounds of varying depth and circumference?
He was tied up?
The imprints are quite deep and even. From the looks of it, I'd say Evans was restrained with his own belt.
Then
The result of an animal tearing at its body.
oh wait, he's lost his
Skin,
oh no.
soft tissues, and genitals.
He's lost his
There are even
penis.
some teeth marks, but well, it doesn't.
Someone, a human's bit off his penis.
The bite is firmly incorporated into the wound.
What's going on?
It won't help me.
What am I
I
playing?
need to make a cast and compare it. Looks like an uneven bite.
Don't tell me that some humans bit off his penis. He was naked for a fight, he got his penis bit off, and then an alligator killed him. Seems like a very far-fetched story so far. Oh, hang on.
It looks like the killer might have missed before they finally hit the neck.
I was going for proper like decapitation, just failed miserably.
Evan's right side must have been more attractive to the crocs and insects.
Maybe he was lying on his left side.
Very strong binding marks. You can see peeled epidermis and small wounds. There's no end to playing zoologist today. I need a tool with dental impression cement. Can I find it here? No. It's probably lying somewhere around in the lab.
Gotta do a dental bloody cement thing for the penis
The
wounds.
cement hasn't expired.
Oh, I'm worried this is gonna go. What's happening there? Silicon dispensing gun.
A month after the due date. That could be worse.
You're right.
to cover the bite area. Wait until it hardens.
Oh.
I think it's ready.
This poor guy. Lost his head and his penis. He lost both heads. One's a human, one's an alligator.
This looks quite contaminated from the other wounds in that area.
But it very much looks like human teeth.
Well, let's hope the imprint turns out better.
Take the tools from the suitcase.
Brush, ink, and paper.
Same as DNA.
Similar to taking fingerprints. Paint over the area. And put a piece of paper on it. That's very strange. I'll run it through the facts.
What do you find strange?
Computer. I really don't want to believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's a human mouth. We clocked that a while ago, mate.
Loading.
We find out what human bit him.
What? Wow. This is, well, this is quite unexpected. Human teeth. Oh, fuck. I need to tell this to Stephen.
No. No. Oh.
Loading. It'll probably take a while.
I thought it's like my own teeth or something. Sure, it's the same ones. Why would it be different? Oh man.
Maybe not everything is cataloged correctly.
Is it multiple? Maybe multiple dons took bites out of it. That's not correct either.
Maybe not everything is cataloged correctly.
No, that one. How do I get rid of it now though? I don't want to analyze it because I know it's wrong.
Loading.
Yeah, that one.
It'll probably take a while.
No, that's not the same.
Loading.
They're three different marks.
It'll probably take a while. Finally.
What?
What? The partial impression I have may match several people. Okay, this one is in prison, so he's out. Another in prison. No, here's someone with quite interesting
Well, I can't read it because you made it blurry because it's gone all dodgy.
It doesn't fit. This one doesn't either. I'm afraid this will remain a mystery. The killer's profile is getting more and more interesting.
It's like three different dons bit his penis.
No, I can't. I'm too shaken up.
Yeah, because you just saw a photo on the PC of your wife. You didn't even address it, really.
Can't do it.
Pills?
I need to calm down first.
You can go pills if you want. Want to do pills? You can go pills. In doubt, have some pills. Oh,
I've already taken my pills.
Okay.
Not looking to overdose.
oh, now you're stable as hell, yeah.
I'm going back to the body. I need to make a note before I start the dissection.
All right. Highlight previously found wounds on the clipboard. Yeah, so we go. Clipboard, we go. Don't.
Torn too. You can see that maybe something. This wound turned out to be more troublesome than I thought it would be. I need to verify how deep these wounds go.
Suffocation with blood.
Perfect breeding ground for larvae. Fortunately, the deceased doesn't, for obvious reasons.
Decapitation from an
recall
animal.
Alligators rarely kill humans.
Might have done though.
The abdominal and genital area are supplied with plenty of blood. If the penis was bitten off while he was alive, Evans could have bled to death. Due to the body fat of the deceased, I'm adding a heart attack to the list. Maybe Evans didn't live long enough to experience what happened to him. Time for internal analysis.
There you go.
First of all, I'll try to determine with the scalpel. I'll open the deceased's chest. I cut deep, in a straight line, avoiding the navel. We see a lot of fat tissue under the
God.
skin. When I remove the ribs, I expect to see even more fat on the organs.
Lop us out, get his strips off.
Correct. High levels of internal fat, organ size above average due to obesity. I move on to the lung analysis. The deceased smoked cigarettes. But more importantly, you can
Stab
see
marks in the lungs.
have clearly suffered severe trauma. And this is the culprit. Well, it didn't look like the holes were that deep. Such hemorrhage could have been caused by hitting the chest with a blunt object, or a puncture directly affecting the organ. They appear to be an open pneumothorax should be added to this. The deceased could have experienced extreme hypoxia, and, as a result, obstructive shock. The organ is enlarged, but similarly to the lungs, there is a trace of puncture with a sharp object. In pneumothorax, the heart rate increases. In the event of such a wound, this would mean bleeding out faster and more. In turn, a sudden increase in the amount of fluid in the pericardial cavity could lead to cardiac tamponade, which is also a life-threatening condition.
Oh God.
Evans, however, is remarkably clean, considering this turn of events. The organ is fatty and enlarged. The beginnings of cirrhosis are obvious. Well, that's it.
That one's fine. It's fine.
This time, nothing to write home about.
More state of disease. Okay.
So, I proceed to carefully remove this. Like most other organs, it is fatty and clearly enlarged. Not to mention swollen.
Oh, I've got to try it
Partially
open
due to
again.
gases, but mainly due to the deceased's lifestyle. I take the organ to the cutting board. The outside is intact. I'm going to check the contents.
I'm still wondering what's going on. I want to know if he got bit by an alligator or bit by some humans and why he was naked.
Undigested. And now rotten stomach contents inside. Blood. Evans had to swallow it due to his injuries, which means he was still alive when he was brutally wounded in the chest.
So I think he was like kidnapped and stabbed and then what? What happened to my man?
Only the surprisingly, it's not damaged by the decapitation. I move on to cutting it open.
Yeah, that's got a ring in it again.
Okay. I carefully cut, and blood, just as I expected.
Blood and
Evans not only swallowed it, but also choked on it.
Is he choking on his own blood?
Looks like I can wrap this up.
Can you?
Let me tie this together.
That's cause of death, I guess.
After he was abducted, stripped, and tied up, he was dealt several penetrating blows to the chest. Then his head was cut off. Evans was deprived of his genitals.
By humans.
And the body served as an easy
Yeah,
meal
okay,
for
cool.
the animals.
So, that was a cause of death.
Even though there are a lot of injuries on the body that could cause death, it was the decapitation that ended Evans' life. The animal bites on the limbs occurred after death.
This
So
body was
there's no
there.
reason to treat these as the cause of death. The damage to the lungs and heart must have led to severe hemorrhaging, so there's no doubt that Evans was choking in bloody convulsions. But it didn't last too long, which I conclude from the small amount of blood in the stomach and trachea. I never thought I'd ever wish someone to have a heart attack, but in this case, it would have been better for him. In some way, it can be said with certainty that James Evans was murdered.
He was murdered. Well, he was kidnapped, stabbed in the chest, had his penis bitten off and his balls, and then they cut his head off. And a crocodile just came in and went, oh, you know what, I'll have a little bite of that. Lucky day at work. No need to stress. Closing doors behind us. Fine, look, nothing scary. It's all
Good night,
good.
Mr. Ridley.
Hi, mate.
Is ready to be picked up. I think it's the first time in a long time that I finished work at a decent hour. I'll get home and... Oh, come on. Fuck!
Flat
Why did I
tire.
get a flat tire? What the fuck?
Oh, put a screwdriver in it.
Oh, come on. This is impossible. Fuck. I'm going to Ridley's.
Literally.
Maybe he saw something.
Someone's done it on purpose. Why did they do that?
Ridley, do you know what happened to my car?
What happened to your car?
All the tires are fucking flat!
Well, it happens. Don't you have a spare in the trunk?
Spare ones in the trunk. No one carries 4 fucking extra tires. In the trunk!
Jesus, Handman, calm down. I'll call you a taxi.
Calm down? That's a bit of an exaggeration, don't you think? Have you seen anyone around here? Someone strange? Suspicious?
Except you? No.
guys,
I don't
is there
find all
anything?
these jokes amusing, you know.
At least
What
address me.
jokes? Handman, what's wrong with you? It's just tires.
Such things are not a coincidence. What's wrong with me? Things keep happening. Last week, and now this?
Just go wait for the taxi, okay? Fresh air would do you good. Neither you nor I will do anything about it now.
Neither you nor I will do anything? What have you been doing all day?
She sits there with
Surely something
newspaper.
like this can't just be overlooked.
Maybe you should go outside and cool down. I'm calling a taxi.
Cool town. I just want to sleep.
There we go. That was chapter 3 complete. So far, it's living up to Autopsy Simulator. So we're doing autopsies. But what on earth is going on? I guess the story's going to unfold in this next chapter or something. Because it is only a 4.5 hour long game. And we basically are at like, what? That's got to be 3 hours you played now. So the next episode will probably be the final episode of the game. We'll play it till the end. Yeah, a bit of a different game we're playing than usual. So I don't know if you enjoy it or not. A bit strange. I think the narration's a bit much. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's waffling a little bit too much the whole time, and you know. Yeah, leave a like, and as always, subscribe to the channel. Trying to get to 100k subs, and I'll see you guys next time. Good.